Hey, good morning, y'all. Well, the season is winding down this year, rather, and the seasons. And I only have basically 2 more markets set up for the rest of the year. And after that, it will be creativity time because then it's kind of downtime until, I don't know, probably March. I don't know what all's coming up. I haven't really looked at markets. I need to start getting information and looking at markets for the first of the year. But that being said, generally January, February, and sometimes March are kind of downtime and creative time for me. And that's what I'm doing today. But before I do that, I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope that it is a wonderful one for you, that you are able to spend with family. If for whatever reason you cannot, or you've lost loved ones, I want to let you know that I am praying for y'all and everyone that may be hurting, so that maybe God will ease your pain a little bit. I know this is a very difficult time, especially at this point in our lives and history, because there's been a lot of things happen over the last 2 or 3 years that are kind of unprecedented. So anyways, know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying that you will have some peace and comfort during this time, and I pray for your safety. I want to make sure that y'all get to and from in one piece, and everybody gets full and fat and sassy. That'll be great. But anyway, so I want to let y'all know that, and hope you enjoy. For me, I am going through all of my books that I have done drawings in. I have several because, much like note-taking, I always put one down, forget where I put it, grab another one, start that. So it's a constant going back and forth of the books. So I'm kind of looking and getting inspiration from my drawings and things like that, and things that I want to make. This particular drawing, I love the shape. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. I think you can see that. This was inspired by a picture that I had made a drawing of, and I am going to work on doing some of those as well. I think they are in this book. But this particular one right here, this one was actually meant to be more decorative and more like a filigree type. Yes, here they are. So it was based on this concept. So I love that shape. I love kind of rounded shapes, organic shapes as well, but I love that fluid movement. And I also love putting things together. So like these down here are similar to the pouring pictures that I made recently, if y'all have seen those. Terrible lighting, I'm sorry for that. But these would be put together in pieces, so I have to make a template. And that's kind of where I started at with the other ones that I make. But they are not rounded like this. So I'm going to be in process of trying to figure out how to do that, how I want to make that come together. And design that, and it may not be. It may not be put together in pieces. I may decide to start with a wheel throne form and then alter it from there. That can be very interesting as well. But anyway, so if I do this one, this will be extremely interesting because it will 100% be decorative, but it will, like I said, will be more like a filigree type. And so it'll just be something interesting. That will be pushing the boundaries of what I know I can do and what I have done in the past. And then also, and I did not bring that in here, but also I'm going to be working on some of these. And I have a Bisfard one. I'll grab that real fast. Oh, terrible lighting. Terrible lighting. Why did y'all do this? I don't know why you do this. All right, so you can see a little bit that one is put together in pieces. This one is put together in pieces. This is a single one, but it's got embellishments. And I'm going to show you what those kind of look like. Let me grab that real fast. Okay, we got two. See if I can do this without destroying stuff. All right, so this is a piece one. This one has a taller piece that goes with it here that goes up. But it has to be put back together after I glaze it. This has been bisfired. So this is what those have the concept of. This is where they came from. So I'll be doing a lot more of these in different styles and designs. And this is kind of the smaller version. It's not a single one, but you get the picture. And sometimes I will do just the one vase and then, you know, have the embellishments like this around it. Whether it be coils or leaves or whatever. I just really think they're neat. They're organic, obviously. They have a very organic feel to them, as well as the look. And I enjoy doing those immensely because it really caters to my creativity side. So we'll be doing that. Here's again the curved shape. You see that I am indeed in love with the curved shapes. I like that. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. I just enjoy the roundy. So, lots of little things like that. Lots of face things. This is one that I would like to make. I tried to create before and it did not work out as I envisioned, but we're going to try this one again. This one would be something similar to these other ones that I just showed you, except for this one is going to be long and mostly sitting and then come up from there. So I'm going to try to recreate that one again. In this photo, what you'd be looking at would be 3 different pieces. So this is 1, 2, 3 different pieces. So we're going to try that one. I love it and I want to make it happen. So outside of that, we've got like the pouring pitchers, so I'm going to work on some of those. I want to work on some of these mugs again. I did some mugs with the rounded bottoms a long time ago. I do not have any more of those left, I don't think. If I do, I don't recall them. They're stuck back in the Never Never Land behind everything. I don't have any. So... but anyways, I did those. I created those by just forming a ball and then, you know, added the top portion onto it. And so we're going to go back and re-look at those because I really enjoy doing those as well. I'm going to try to do some teapots. They're on the list. Let me see what else I got in here that I definitely intend to do. I think that's it in that one. So this right here, you see, this is the current pour-in pictures. This is sort of what it's based on as far as the body style goes. The top is definitely different. It's sort of a mix between this one and the ones that I just showed you as far as the top goes because they have more of the pointed. But I certainly am going to work on some of the teapots as well. And then, obviously, just building stock for the tried and true things. I will be working on a lot more of my ash glaze. This is a plate that I took out recently that is all ash glaze on the back. I did a manganese wash on the bottom. I started to leave it bare clay, which would have been fine. But I decided that I didn't want to do that. The bare clay on the bottom would be about that color right there. But I decided that I wanted it, because of the colors that it was going to turn out to be, that I wanted it to be more rustic looking. And this is ash glaze that I created with pigment. So this was one and this was another. And I absolutely love that. The one in the middle is based on this one. These two are going to be in my permanent glaze recipe. Because I absolutely adore them. And what I think is interesting, you see all the little brown spots here and there. It kind of looks like oil spots. There is actually glazes, commercial glaze called oil spot, that kind of give you a little bit of the same effects. And this is really just ash glaze with colored pigment, Mason stain pigment in there. And I've got that effect, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So those are going to be in the mix for permanent glaze recipes, and so I will be ordering supplies soon to be able to make sure that I have enough of the Mason stain. I've got everything else. I just need the Mason stain to make sure that I have enough Mason stain to keep as much of the glaze as I want. So I have plenty enough raw materials. The other thing that I was going to show, someone commented on one of my videos asking about how I did my test tiles back here. And I really like them. They're not as tall as they could be, but this is basically just how I make them. I use cookie cutters. They're just standard cookie cutters. It was a set of teardrop shaped cookie cutters that had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 in there. And so I took a larger one, obviously, and I made that my back. And then I took a smaller one and I stamped it with a design just so I could see how that lays, the glaze runs over the design high and low. And then I just kind of formed it out. You know, I pushed it with my thumb and just made it higher. So this one actually separated when firing, which it doesn't really matter for what I'm doing. Because when I glaze fire it, you know, I'll put it around the edge anyway, and it's going to be stuck, and it's not going to matter for what I'm using it for, but that for a piece that I'm going to sell would not work. So anyway, so you can see how they go together. And so this is how they would lay. So I have a little bit of a lift, not a lot, and if you were really testing an extremely runny glaze, I would think that you wouldn't get the full effect of how much run you would get on that with just that little bit of height. But for what I'm doing, it works out great. And I like the way they look on my wall because they are so cute. They're very cute. So anyway, so these are all the ones that I've done so far. You see some places where they're missing, where I pulled it off to pull the glaze out, to look and decide if I wanted to use it while I'm glazing stuff and those kind of things. But anyways, here's the one again close up that I just used. And my green is around here somewhere, and I need to get it back up on the wall so that I can get them all together, but I don't know where it's at right now. We will find it. So outside of doing all those new things, then the other things that I will be doing is reorganizing my shop, because it becomes a disaster area as I work. I pull things out, and if I don't put it back right away, then I get in trouble, and so it gets there and everything gets piled up. So I'm terrible about that. I'm just really bad about that. So I'm going to get everything pulled out, organized, get all my shelving cleaned off so that I have plenty of places to put things. I've got quite a bit of shelving in here. And I need to get it to where that I can not only have plenty of room for dedicated space for my bisqueware, but also for things that are glazed and ready to go into the kiln, so that I can pre-glaze things is what I want to get to, and have them ready to just back-to-back load, so that I can go through and bisque fire when I want to, and then I can glaze fire when I want to. And have something to put in there, because I always try to make sure they have a full load. It doesn't cost the same amount to fire the kiln either way, and I learned really fast that I don't want to fire a kiln that is not fully full. So I try to make sure that I stuff that sucker full, and it's easier to do the bisque fire than it is the glaze fire, because in the bisque fire everything can touch, it's not going to matter, but in the glaze fire you can't. So glaze fires tend to be a little bit smaller in size, and that way I can keep a rotation going and not have to wait so long in between, because I don't have enough stock ready and prepped to go in. So that's the other thing that I'm going to do. We'll see how far we get. Y'all come on and help me. That would be great. I need somebody to keep me in line and keep me in order. I think that's it for right now. One other thing that I'm going to be working on, I haven't done these in a while, are my bodices. And these can sit They actually have a bottom where they can sit and they can be hung, because you know this one actually has a little wire that I put on there. And this one I've kept for myself because I loved it. And I'll cut these in here. So I used to have little trailing plants that would come out of it. And then I had obviously something that came out the top. So these are really cute. They turn out really beautiful. And I'm going to be making some more of those. I think I have only one of those left down in the mobile studio. And so that's it. That's all I've got. Again, if you have any questions or comments or anything that you might be interested in seeing me do, or any questions about how I do anything, or whatever, I have no idea. Just whatever comes to your mind, feel free to put that in the comments. If I don't see it right away, I'll see it as soon as I get back on there, and I will certainly respond. You can always visit my website at pitterpotterhouse.com. See what I'm up to. If you're local, I'm doing classes, so you know you can check those out. And you can also message me through there. You can message me through Facebook if you want to, whichever. I will be happy to hear from you and would love to answer your questions. All right, y'all stay safe out there this weekend, and I hope y'all all have a great time. Love you all, and see you soon. Bye-bye.